Okay, everyone. So it's Monday night. Yeah, it's Monday night, and I know some of you have questions on review questions, and I'm going to talk about a couple of them real quick. Because while my absence on Monday was planned, my absence tomorrow was not planned. This is what happens when you have children. Keep that in mind. So let's look at a couple questions. Um, let's see. Ones that really get people tripped up. I always get questions. This one here. How do you figure out the number of electrons? Well, we talked in the lesson 1 about the number of electrons per coulomb. So you want to multiply by that number, and then I'll give you the answer to this question next. This guy here, the nuclear fusion question. So imagine this book is a uranium atom. Okay, this is number 15. So we make it go through nuclear fission, and boom, now it's got 2 nuclei. Each nuclei has 46 protons. Well, we know the charge of 1 proton, and so what we want to do is we want to take the charge of 1 proton, let's see, the charge of 1 proton, and we want to multiply that by 46. So that times 46 for this charge, that times 46 for this charge. So there's your 2 charges. Charge 1, charge 2. Now for distance, we want to go from center of mass to center of mass. Well, with each nucleus, we know we have a radius of it here and a radius of it here. So together, those 2 radii together give you the overall distance. So you can have the number, you can double it, and then you can square it. So those 2 questions I know are always asked about. And I know that number 18 here, I get a lot of traffic with this charge right here, slide it in line. Then you got 3 in a row. And it says, what is the net force acting on this guy that moved in here? So you'd figure out, so if we call this 1, 2, 3, figure out force 1, 2, and force 2, 3, and then see who's bigger. Let's see. If this is a bigger charge, it's going to be a bigger force, so you'll end up subtracting because they're both positive. They'll both be pushing. They'll both be pushing on it, so you end up subtracting. And then this question, number 20, I get a lot of questions about because they give you locations of the 6 meter mark and the negative 4 meter mark. Well, think about it's a number line. And so if you start down at the negative 4 and you go all the way to the positive 6, from negative 4 to positive 6 is an overall distance of 10. And so you got your overall distance of 10, you got your negative 9 charge, your negative 8 charge, and you can do yourself an equilibrium problem there. And then let's see, what other question I get? Oh, this guy. Protons and electrons. Like, hey, how do we figure out the number, or how do we figure out the charge? Well, some of these protons are going to cancel out some of those electrons. So do some subtraction. That's not too hard to do in your head. And then take those electrons and figure out the charge of them by multiplying by one of your 2 magic numbers. And then I think maybe this one is one of our more difficult problems right here. What is the electric field strength 1 centimeter to the left of the middle charge? So, you got 3 centimeters here. So 1 centimeter, it's, 2/3 of the way towards this middle one. So what's the electric field strength? Now remember, I'm not having you guys add up electric fields. So you're going to find the electric field of the 6 charge 2 centimeters away, the 1.5 charge 1 centimeter away, and the negative 2 charge 2 and 1 3 centimeters away. And then number B, what is the net force on a new charge placed at that point? So you're going to put yourself a new charge in 1 centimeter over, right there, of a negative 2 microcoulombs. And so now they want to know what's the net force there. So you're going to do a force between, if we go 1, 2, 3, and add in number 4, you're going to find force 1, 4, 2, 4, and 3, 4. And then you'll have to do some addition and subtraction, because the 6 charge will be pulling it. The 1.5 charge will be pulling it. The -2 charge will be pushing it. So you have to do a little addition and subtraction there. Those ones stand out to me as ones I get lots and lots of questions about. So hopefully that is at least a little bit helpful for you. And we will talk about those in the not so distant future.